What's up, Saiyan Army? Now, first off, I am gonna sound a little bit weird. I've been a little bit under the weather for the past few days, going back to Sundays and yesterday's workout. So I apologize up front. Anyways, today we're doing deadlifts. Well, not today. In this video, we're doing deadlifts, 365 pounds for sets of 6. I haven't released a deadlift video in a while, probably since back in Hawaii. But I've been recording every single deadlift workout. For me, I make it a priority to record every deadlift workout, every deadlift set. And that is because I want to make sure that every set, my form is really good. I want to look for form breakdown. I want to see what I'm doing. If a set feels rough, I want to look back in the footage and see why it was rough. Maybe I wasn't setting up correctly. Maybe my head was shooting up. Maybe I wasn't pushing through my heels enough. Maybe my hips could have been a little bit lower, or anything. It's just about nitpicking and trying to aim for that perfect form, that unachievable perfect form, because we all know perfect form isn't perfect. And that brings us to the topic of today's video, and that is, I get a lot of questions about lower back problems. And a little background on me, you guys probably already heard this story like 15 million times, but 16 years old, I got a bulging disc from squatting wrong. Now, I probably had something pre-existing prior to that, because when I was 16, I rarely did legs, as most of you guys when you guys started lifting, and I couldn't have been squatting very heavy. But anyways, I hurt my lower back, I got a bulging disc, and I've been dealing with it for the past, 10 years now. So whenever I talk about my bulging disc, I always, I must have gotten hundreds of emails of people with bad backs and injured backs asking me, what should I do? How should I handle it? You know, pretty much just talking to me like I'm some kind of doctor. And the fact is that I'm not. And especially with back injuries, man, every single back injury is going to be slightly different. Just because I did something, or I rehabbed my lower back in a certain way, doesn't mean it's going to work the same for you. There are going to be people who just can't deadlift, period. Can't deadlift at all because their lower back is that messed up. Now, thank God I'm not one of them, but there are people out there, and understand that every injury is different, okay? So, number one, go see a doctor, guys. Go see a doctor, really. Go see a good doctor, a good physical therapist, and really find out what's going on with your lower back, okay? My doctor told me straight up that not to do anything that puts pressure on my lower back for the rest of my life. And he did that just looking out for me, because he wanted to save himself. You know, if I injure my lower back and I come back and tell him, oh, you told me I could still deadlift, then who's at fault, right? The doctor. So really, it's on you. But I took it into my own hands to figure out what my lower back could do, what it could handle. And it took a long time. I didn't start doing deadlifts till maybe about almost 2 years ago. And then I injured my lower back again. So I've been at deadlifts consistently again for a little less than a year now. And it took me a long time to finally get comfortable enough to deadlift. Do I think deadlifts are needed for a great back? Yes. You need some kind of overload, whether it's a rack pull or a deadlift, for a great back. Unless you have really good genetics prior, then you're good. You're good already. But for a good back, not at all. If you want a good back, you don't need a deadlift at all. You know, why risk it, right? We're in the gym to live long, healthy, aesthetic lives, not to diminish our life or lower our quality of life. Meaning, if you snap your shit up and it puts you in a wheelchair or whatever, worst case scenario, puts you in a wheelchair, then guess what? The gym turned into a negative portion of your life, you know what I mean? We do this to feel great, good, to look good, feel good, and live long. Alright, and don't forget that, guys. So for me, I noticed, so if you guys are wondering why I'm using straps, it's because my callus tore, and I didn't want it to tear anymore and start bleeding all over the place. And this is also 390 pounds for sets of 5. Really happy with this because the first set felt like hell and I managed to get the rest in, which is cool. So anyways, back to deadlifts. I noticed as my lower back got stronger, the lower back pain went away. I don't get lower back pain anymore. I get lower back tightness, but it's muscle tightness from lifting. But I don't get lower back pain anymore. If you get lower back pain after lifting, and understand there's a difference between lower back pain and lower back muscle tightness. There's two different things. Okay, understand which one is which. Okay, if you're getting lower back pain after deadlifts, you probably need to work on your form or fix it because you shouldn't. Or you're either too brand new to deadlifts and your back isn't ready for that kind of overload. Sorry if you can hear the kids outside and whatnot. The window's open, it's extremely hot and muggy today and the kids are going wild. And yeah, so the second thing is also mobility. Work on your mobility and flexibility. It always is good to be flexible. You can never be too flexible. I don't care if you're crunching yourself into the little thing where you can suck your own, yeah? Where the hell was I going with that? But yeah, you can never be too flexible, okay? Foam row, stretch, mobility is everything when lifting, okay? Especially if you have lower back problems. Mobility is everything, and just be patient, guys. Take it slow. Take it slow. If you guys decide to do my route, then just take it slow, start slow. I started deadlifting with, I don't know, 95 pounds on the bar, 135 pounds on the bar, and I did that for like a week straight, or maybe 2 weeks straight, and I just kept upping it 5 or 10 pounds every single week, and just take it slowly, be patient. Remember, we're all in this for the long term, guys. If your goal is strength, most strength athletes don't hit their peak until their 40s and older, you know? So don't rush the process. Enjoy it, love it, live it. Go over 9,000, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Strength and honor, much love, aloha.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! Immortal!